In the last video, I showed you how to copy data across into Desmos fairly easily so that it can draw some lovely box plots for us and calculate some statistics very easily. In this video, I'm going to show you how Desmos can also draw us some very nice histograms. I have a question about Heathrow, specifically about Heathrow Airport. I've noticed on Google Maps here that the runways, there are two runways, one at the top here and one at the bottom. They both run east and west. Now, maybe they designed it like that just because of the space available, but maybe it was to do with the wind at Heathrow, because I'm thinking that a crosswind hitting an aeroplane side to side wouldn't be very good at all when taking off or landing. And maybe they took that into consideration and saw that crosswinds north to south, in this case, weren't very likely. I'm going to see whether that idea matches the data in the large data set. So I'm going to copy it across the Desmos as before. I'm going to click and drag on daily mean wind direction and select all the data there, all the way down to the bottom, and press Control-C on my keyboard. Open Desmos. I'm going to call this data H for Heathrow, so I've pressed H equals, and then Control-V to paste it in. Press Enter, and I've got it there. Now to draw this histogram, very straightforward, I'm going to write histogram and put in H, my list of data. Now we're going to need to do a few fiddles with this histogram, and the fiddles you do for different histograms might be slightly different. We need to think about the data. The first thing is that this has grouped it like a bar chart around the tens. In the large data set, if we go back to the information page, we'll see that all of these bearings have been rounded to the nearest 10. And we want the histogram to take that into account. This bar here should really have a width of 10. We can do that. It's not called it bar here, it's called it bin width, like it's put all the data into bins. And I want my bin width to be instead 10. And it's done that for us. Now this first bar, this first bin, goes between 5 and 15, as it should, because all of those data values would get rounded to 10. Great. Next thing is how it's drawn this histogram. So it's drawn it with a count on the height. It's put the frequency on the height. Again, more like a bar chart. And that's not how we're used to histograms at GCSE. We want the frequency density on the height. So I'm going to click on density instead. Now what that's done, because the frequency density is going to be really low, these bars are now look really tiny. So let's change the zoom. And we need to change the zoom that way anyway. To do that, we're going to click on, let's move me, we're going to click on this spanner here and go into graph settings and change how it's zoomed. So let's do the vertical axis first. I want X to go between 0 and, no, not X, I want Y to go from 0, the Y axis we're doing, from 0 to quite a small number. Let's try 0.1. Okay, that's still very small. Let's try something smaller. Let's try 0.04. Let's do that. 0.04. Okay, you might need to flip back and forth. Let's change the zoom that way now. I want it to go up to, well, it's a bearing, so it's going to need to go past 360. Let's make it go up to 400 on the x-axis. There we go. I like that, actually. I like that zoom as it is. And we can see all of the different bearings for the daily wind direction in Heathrow. Now, where are these bearings grouped around? We can see that it's a lot more common to get bearings around, what's that, 220 and 260. So what's that as a bearing? That is roundabout, so that's almost 3/4 of a turn would be 270, So that would be blowing west, east and west. So that there, these two here are like coming in from the west, blowing from the west. This 220 is more like southwest. But what we can definitely see here, around 180 and around 360, so winds coming north and south, are definitely less than the others. So maybe my conjecture there about the design of the airport is correct. To verify that, I would have to ask an airport engineer, perhaps. But right now, it looks like that my data is avoiding the crosswinds to a certain extent. Nice. How can we apply that somewhere else? What I want to do is consider I want to build an airport in Lushar instead. Where was Lushar? Let's go back to the information page to see where Lushar is. Lushar up in Scotland. So the airport in Edinburgh is getting a bit too full. We want to put an airport in Lushar right now. So Lushar in 2015, where was that? There it is. And let's copy that data across instead. Daily mean wind direction. Let's copy that. Control C. Across to Desmos, let's call it L. Control V to paste the data and press enter. And I want a histogram of that instead. Oh, it looks huge. That's because we need to do our fiddles. We need to change it to density, and we want the bin width to be 10. There we go. Fantastic. And we can see, now these are layered up where the wind is coming in Lushar instead. We get it at 120 degrees and 260 degrees with a really big spike around there. Maybe that's to do with where the wind is coming in from the sea. Whereas if we've got a gap, again at 180 degrees, and also a gap at the small bearings and at 360. So again, if I was to design an airport in Lushar, maybe if I was considering the wind, I would also do it east and west to avoid these really strong gusts that go east to west to avoid the crosswinds. I think that's really nice how those histograms have layered up. Maybe you could try to recreate all of that yourself. And maybe you've also considered that daily mean wind direction might not be as important as daily max gust. So as a practice for using those histograms, try to recreate the same thing, but with daily max gust instead, to see if we can avoid those crosswinds in our airport building. Good luck with that.